Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last class we have discussed about what are the features of rights. In this class we have discussed about introductions, meaning, and first feature of right we have discussed in the last class, that is rights are possible in society. So rights are mainly possible in society, and society can only plays a very important role to provide the rights. Okay, outside the society no rights can be implemented. Okay, for example, if you are saying outside the society which is not considered as any society, there the rights cannot be implemented. Whatever the rights should be implemented, that should be implemented in the society only, and states will enforce these rights in the society. Government have to implement these rights in the society, and every rights are enforceable by the law. So in the last class we have discussed that most of the rights which are followed in the society are enforceable by the law. In the sense, if an citizens are unable to enjoy these rights, they can go to the court and they can get justice. Okay, if any rights are enforceable by the law, so by which what happened, the laws only will provide support to rescue your rights. They will rescue your rights. Okay. In the last class we have discussed that there are contractualists. Contractualist means these are the philosophers who estimated or who have explained a theory about social contract. Okay, so they have explained that a social contract is nothing but the government should be formed according to the social contract in between the people as well as representatives. Whenever the government is appointed, people should select the government. So whoever the philosophers who have greatly in favor of social contract, they were called as contractualist. Okay, so they have also explained that in their theory that every citizens must be given natural rights. In the last class we have discussed that every citizen should be given these rights, so that nobody should enforce, nobody can take over these rights from you. So whatever the rights which are given to the citizens, to all the citizens, and which can be enforceable by the law, and which even the government cannot able to violate, such rights are called as natural rights. So in the last class we have discussed about the concept of rights citizens. Okay, in that we have discussed rights plays a very important role in the study of political science. If you wanted to study the political science, rights plays a very important concept. These are very essential for the social life. If you wanted to lead your life in the society as a social life, then these rights are very important. And rights are instrument for social welfare. Instruments are nothing but these rights will control and they will guide. Okay, rights plays a very important role for controlling the society and for guiding the society in the social welfare. Okay, citizens must realize their rights. After realizing, they should utilize their rights in a polite way. Okay, and these rights are inherent in nature. Inherent means which are very essential for nature. Even for the nature also, rights are very essential. Okay, if you wanted to enjoy the complete freedom, these rights are important. Okay, even the United Nations Development UNO also wanted to promote these human rights among all the parts of the world, and these rights are not only applicable at present. If you see, these fundamental rights are all the rights are not applicable in only one country, so all over the world. Okay, these rights can play the overall development for the states and the society. So development will take place whenever there is a freedom, whenever the people will enjoy the rights. Okay, when the people will, then the people can discharge their responsibility also. And when the people are discharging the responsibility, so what is the effect? So society and the states also will develop. Similarly, when you are giving something, they will also give you. For example, if the states are giving rights to the citizen, if the states are enforce all these rights according to the code of law, or if the rights are protected by the law, then citizens also will discharge duties towards state. Okay, so by which what will happen? States will get benefits as well as society also, citizens as well as society and the states both will get benefits. So that's why rights are very important for the overall development of citizen states as well as society. Contractualist, I have explained you what is meant by contractualist. The philosophers here say this is a term of philosophy which refer to the political theory in social contract. So they have explained the theory in the political, in the medieval period, modern period. Okay, in early medieval period, before they have explained the concept of theory about social contract. What is meant by that? A contract which are mainly formed in the society between the people as well as representative. Children, when we are appointing any government today, so that is a social contract between the people representative. We have given a contract for the government to rule 5 years. Okay, that is what social contract. So whoever the philosopher who has given more importance for the social contract, they were called as contractualists. Even they also said that Thomas Hobbes, okay, John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, that natural rights must be given to the citizens. So all the rights, for example, natural rights must be given to the citizens. That is one point. Meaning already we have discussed, rights are nothing but every person, people have to claim the rights. Okay, people should claim the rights. Rights are very essential for the development, and this right should be enforceable by the states. This enforcing is nothing but under the compulsory observation, that right should be enforceable by the state. Under the observation of state, that should be implemented properly, and citizens should claim that rights. Whenever the citizens are not getting, they should claim that rights. That is also one point. Okay, now come to the point features. Children, if today also if you see that there are many people they does not know about these basic rights. Okay, and if the citizens are not getting the rights, they have to claim that rights. First thing, citizens should go forward and they have to claim the rights. Society should give these rights to the citizens, and so state should be enforce these rights. Okay, enforce these rights towards in the society. State also should enforce these rights throughout society. Okay, under the compulsory observation of states. Okay, these rights should be enforceable by the state government. Now, in the last class we have discussed that rights are possible only in the states. Okay, because in the society rights are possible in the only in the society, because in the society, okay, when the citizens are living in the society, in the social life, okay, rights are very essential to develop the citizens in the society. But okay, these societies are mainly governed by the government. If you wanted to live in the society a dignified life, these rights are very important. Outside the society, okay, in outside the societies we can find the rights are not applicable. Rights are mainly given by state, which are enforceable by the society. If you are going outside the society or in outside the area where there is no state, then you can't get that rights, because these rights are enforceable by the state, okay, by the court of law. But when you are going outside the society, you can't get that rights. You can't get any rights. So rights are mainly given in the society where government is there, where state is enforcing the rights, where the law is there to protect the rights. In that society only rights can be able to enforce and rights will be given. Outside the society where there is no government, where there is no law, where there is no rules and regulation, okay, any area which is quite empty, so there you can't get any type of rights. Rights are inherent in nature. Inherent means I already said you rights are very essential for nature. Okay, inherent is nothing but which are quite essential. We have written also, rights are very essential for the social life of man. In the society, if you are living in a dignified way, if you wanted to communicate or if you wanted to perform the day-to-day activities or day-to-day functions in the society or in the social welfare states, rights are very important. If you get rights, then only we can able to do the work more better. Now here if you see the social contract, okay, social contractualist, what they have stated that these rights are very essential in nature and that should be given to the citizens. So every right should be given to the citizens because these are very essential for the nature. Inherent means which are quite essential in nature. Rights are quite essential, so that should be given to the citizens. Now few have accepted, few rights were accepted and they have extent in the society also. Now next come to the point. So what we have studied that rights are very essential in nature. Even the contractualists have suggested that these rights should be given to the citizens. Okay, if the citizens wanted to lead a dignified life in the society, these rights are important, and few rights were accepted and they have extent in the society. Completely these rights were applicable in the society. Rights are quite universal, means everybody should be given the rights, not a particular class or not a particular person should be given rights. Whenever if you are implementing the rights, rights should be implemented among all. Children, we are talking about democratic country. In democratic country, rights are universal. Everybody, okay, just like how everybody are equal in front of law, similarly rights also same thing, it will be given to all. Okay, all the people are equal in front of government, that is only a democracy. So whenever the government is appointed, they have to see all the people equally. And the states, when they are enforcing that rights, that should be enforced all the rights among all the people. So rights should be given to all the people. These rights are universal rights. The rights are completely universal in nature, which is applicable to all the people. Okay, I already said you. So these rights are not only applicable for one country or one society, this is applicable for all the parts of the world also. Children's United Nations organizations are mainly found, UNO. This United Nations organization main aim is that these rights should be applicable for all over the world. Whatever the countries, if the people are not getting these rights, United Nations organizations is making effort to make these rights more universal. So whatever these rights are there, that should be applicable to all. Political rights, economic rights, social rights, fundamental rights, that should be applicable to all without having any discrimination. So whenever if you are giving rights to all the people, whenever if you are implementing these rights, and when you have given these rights to all the people without having any discrimination, this is called as universal rights. So we should not discriminate. So while giving the rights, you have to give rights to all the people, because these rights are universal in nature, should be applicable to all the citizens. Okay, and one more point is these rights without having any discrimination should be given. We should not make any differences, and we should not provide that right. So rights should be given to all. Whenever the rights which are given to all, why? Because the rights are universal, should be given to all. Everybody have right to enjoy this freedom. Okay, so that is universally accepted, and these rights cannot be given to only few section or few society. Okay, no person should be discriminated by giving these rights. Okay, why? Because everybody have right to enjoy these rights. So these rights are applicable for all, which are universal in nature. This is called as right to universal. Okay, children, now what we have discussed about rights are inherent in nature and rights are universal. We have discussed the second and third point. In second point, we have discussed that these rights are very essential in nature. Even the philosophers like social contextualist also suggested that these rights are very inherent in nature, which are quite essential in nature, and few rights have been accepted. Okay. Next, come to the point, rights are universal means whenever this right should be applicable, that should be given to all, because the rights are quite universal in nature. Okay, and rights are applicable to all, and by providing these rights, we should not make any kinds of discrimination. So no discrimination should be made by providing these types of rights. We will meet you in the next class, and we will discuss about the remaining points. Fourth and fifth point we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you very much. Everybody, we will meet you in the next class.